There are warriors who have become legends in the history of nations. He sacrificed his life for his nation, who never gave up. But with his struggle, he gave hope to his people, even after centuries, and was never forgotten. A warrior named Galvarino, one of the South American natives who fought to save his people from the Spanish invaders, can be shown as one of the extraordinary examples in this regard. He was a Mapuche warrior who resisted the Spanish without even having hands. Here is Galvarino, the first and only handless warrior in history. In the mid-16th century, the Spaniards invaded South America and destroyed the Inca civilization with their superior weapons. They then turned their attention to the rest of the continent. The Mapuches, who had resisted the Incas for hundreds of years and did not fall under their domination, were not expected to accept the domination of the Spaniards. In fact, the war between the Mapuche tribes and the Spanish invaders began in 1536 and lasted for years. In one of these wars at the Battle of Lagunillas on November 8, 1557, the Spaniards defeated the Mapuche once again. Thousands of Mapuche warriors were killed and 150 were captured alive. Among the captives was Galvarino. Instead of killing the prisoners, the Spanish governor Garcia Hurtado de Mendoza wanted to send a message to the Mapuche leader Quetzalcoatl. He ordered his men to cut off the right hand and nose of each Mapuche warrior. The message was clear: surrender or be exterminated. The noses and the hands of the Mapuche warriors were cut off. When it was Galvarino's turn, he extended his left hand to be cut off. After his right hand was cut off, he didn't even flinch as his second hand was cut off. Then he stretched out his neck for the torturers to strike the fatal blow. But the governor must have thought that this was enough because he did not have Galvarino killed. In fact, leaving Galvarino alive would be a mistake that the Spaniards would regret for nearly 3 centuries. Released to deliver the governor's message of surrender, Galvarino told his leader Quetzalcoatl to continue fighting rather than surrendering. For him, it was more honorable to die than surrender and live under Spanish rule. Galvarino said he could fight even without his hands. He mounted 2 knives on his amputated wrists, learned to fight with them, and less than a month later on November 30th, 1557, he faced the Spaniards again at the Battle of Milaripu, with nearly 3,000 Mapuche warriors under his command. The fact that Galvarino attacked at the front of his warriors with his bladed arms spread like an eagle did not change the outcome. The Mapuches were once again defeated by the firearms and armor of the Spaniards. Once again, courage succumbed to cannon and musket. This battle was Galvarino's last. With very few casualties, the Spanish killed most of the Mapuches and captured some alive. The Spanish governor, Garcia Hurtado de Mendoza, told Galvarino, who was brought before him, that he would forgive him if he joined their side. Galvarino's response was, "I would rather die than live with you, and I'm sorry that my death will prevent me from tearing you to pieces with my teeth." So the governor sentenced Galvarino to death and to kill him by throwing him in front of wild dogs. Galvarino's name and struggle spread day by day among the Mapuches, and he became a symbol of resistance against the Spanish. Despite numerous defeats, the Mapuches never gave up and continued to fight the Spaniards for almost 300 years until the 1800s. Today, although their numbers are much smaller, Mapuche culture and traditions still persist. Considering that there is nothing left of the Aztec and Incas, who established much larger civilizations in South America, it would not be wrong to think that if it were not for Galvarino's heroic struggle and the fire of freedom he created in his society, his people would have long since disappeared.